When you walk around those streets right now, it kind of feels like 1987 in downtown LA.
This is all shut down. Wow.
It's all boarded up. There used to be stores there.
They say like, oh, the homelessness is getting worse. Like, no, it's just always been this way.
People have been murdered in this hotel.
I think assimilation is really, really important. You gotta learn the language, you gotta learn the rules, the laws, the customs.
When I'm walking through LA and you see something so gross and gnarly, but then all of a sudden you turn the corner and you see like this. A lot of New Yorkers hate LA and vice versa. I actually think they complement each other perfectly. They come and they clean it. It's like having maid service at your house.
You could Zillow some of these homes here.
They're like $800,000.
$2,000 jeans for rock stars.
Most of my friends, none of them make it after high school. That was my route.
I've never seen anything like this. Unbelievable. I've been living in Europe for a few years and I've seen European cities and how they work. And man, this is my first time in Los Angeles, United States, even though I'm from the United States, up north in Wisconsin. And man, what a city of extremes. So I think we're gonna go around downtown to show you that disparity, something that has truly shocked me and maybe will shock you too, unless you've been to LA or you're from LA. So join me on an adventure from the beautiful town hall, I might say. Downtown LA, what a place. What you up to?
Nothing, just chilling, fatty.
Really?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Gotta go fit all out right now.
Okay, where at? Down in Skid Row?
Hell no, fuck Skid Row.
Why not?
Right here.
Right here?
Right here.
Next to the town hall?
Hell
Where you
yeah.
from, bro?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All right, bro, take care. Take care. Check this out. So we went through Skid Row yesterday to film on my Spanish channel and that was eye-opening, but like right here next to the town hall, we have all these guys here. I would love to go talk to some of them, but I obviously don't want to lose my camera or I don't want any unnecessary confrontation. Downtown LA can be quite sketchy, but if you mind your own business, it can be quite pleasant as well. I got my bodyguard here, so if anyone wants to with us, Mac, you got my back?
Yeah, I got your back. I mean, let's pull a gun, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, yeah.
Where are you guys from? Germany?
Oh, Germany, yes.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay.
Nice shirt, bro. So what do you guys think of downtown LA and what's going on here? Like, have you ever seen anything like this in Germany?
No.
What are your first impressions of downtown Los Angeles then?
It's kind of dirty.
So say like you made, let's say $100,000 per year. Where would you prefer to live? United States or Germany?
Probably United States.
Why is that?
Because it's a bigger country. People are more free here.
Okay.
And you can do so much. I mean, in Germany is small.
Yeah.
You drive like 10 hours and you're from one side of the country to the other side of the country.
Sure.
And here you have deserts, you have Alaska with cold places, you have everything in one country.
It's like a continent, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, enjoy your vacation. Take care.
Yeah, welcome to America.
Hello. How are you?
How's it going?
You got to be very tactful in this situation. I asked the lady if she wanted to be on video there, and like, I've already been in enough dangerous situations with my YouTube channel here that I'm just like, yeah, I saw a huge group of guys down there. Better not go the wrong people. But check this out. In the homeless encampment here, they have an American flag. These guys are very patriotic in spite of their situation. I already saw one guy jump this, and we're only by the airport. So far, the metro's nice. Check it out. Armed security. What's it like working on the metro in Los Angeles?
We're pretty busy. I mean, our priority is making sure that patrons are safe and that we keep everybody safe on these train systems as they travel from point A to point B. A lot of people who see us who are not supposed to be on the train will exit off the train.
Man, this is crazy. You feel like just a little fish in a big sea of cars and highways. We're right by Compton. Compton's that way. Not gonna lie, man, this is the scariest metro ride I've ever taken in my life. It is just like a zombie apocalypse out there. People here live in near the train tracks. This is Florence, one of the tougher neighborhoods. Welcome to downtown Los Angeles. What an interesting place. I have to say that metro ride was the craziest metro ride I've ever taken. Did I feel safe? Yes and no. If you just mind your own business, don't look at anyone, yeah, just mind your own business, you're fine. But if I try to record the reality of that metro, I wouldn't have felt safe doing that. So we're gonna go meet up with the business owner here. And he's gonna talk a little bit about the state of downtown and what the hell is going on. One of the richest places in the world, yet with just this strange, contradictory vibe of poverty, homelessness, drug addiction everywhere. Businesses have shut down. It is a crazy world out here. I will say that downtown, they always say it's small in LA, but man, these skyscrapers are pretty big. Obviously not like Chicago. But one of the things about the metro that I felt is that like people are confrontational. They don't want to talk to each other. And that to me is sad, because in Madrid or Barcelona, where we have huge metro systems in Spain, everybody says hi to each other. Everybody's friendly. It's not strange to approach strangers, but like these places like Chicago or LA, man, like everyone's like, what the you on, man? Who are you? Do you feel safe living or walking around downtown in Los Angeles?
I do, but I grew up here, so it's like, I think, more normal for me.
So like, what's your favorite thing about living in downtown Los Angeles?
Just great food, a lot of bars, you know, great coffee shops. For me, there's like a lot to do in downtown. It's like a very mini Manhattan. I don't know if it's changed so much. Yeah, I think things are kind of going back to normal, which is good. I think when a lot of people come here, they say like, oh, the homelessness is getting worse as the years go on. But I'm like I said, I grew up here, so I'm kind of like, no, it's just always been this way. When you live in any big city, you just keep your wits about you, and you're just as careful as you can be, and you know, you just you know, do what you can.
So do you feel safe on the metro? Like
I do, but I wouldn't, you know, it's like riding the subway, right? I think here it is a little more dangerous than the subway, just because not as many people take the metro here compared to New York. So I think you're just a little more careful, and I definitely do not take it at night. I Uber at night.
All right.
Know? Or if I have to wear like heels or anything, like more dressed up for an event, I would just Uber.
a lot of these places downtown, man, really smell like, oh. Who the fuck is Aunt Eleanor? Man, I've never seen such a dystopian downtown. I'm so used to European cities. Downtown Chicago was a lot different than this, that's for sure. Wow, and that's a business right here. Check this out. A shoe store or hats. So what happened here with the glass?
It's just LA, bro. Overnight when we close up the shop, they just hit us up.
Would you rather have your business somewhere else in LA, or this could happen anywhere, or?
I mean, I'm not the owner of the shop, bro. I'm an employee here.
Okay.
But if I were the owner, I think it's a cool spot right here, bro. I like this intersection. This corner is cool. But I feel like there's more traffic definitely on Broadway Street. But when it comes to more traffic, it could be positive and negative because there's a lot of crazy people over there.
Imagine putting your life savings into renting a place like this and this happens. What up, man? How's it going, Kobe?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. We're at Aviator Apparel, I think it's called. This guy found me on YouTube. He messaged me after he saw the pickpocket video and he wanted to show me his business in downtown.
You're our first employee.
This is the guard dog.
I like this.
Let's check out the views.
This is so random.
Yeah, dude, this is so random.
I was watching your YouTube because I have a travel brand. We make travel clothing for travel lifestyle, and I saw that you made this pickpocket video.
Yeah.
Which was like blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I like DM'd you right away, like I gotta get you a pair of these jeans because like they're perfect for you. And and I know you're living in Spain, so I was like you could benefit from them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. That's
Do you think what would happen if we tried doing a pickpocket video here in LA?
Well, you know what's interesting? Like, LA doesn't have a pickpocket issue,
right?
But they have a people steal purses. Not as talented as they are.
Okay.
They're not as talented. Like, no one's gonna get in your back pocket necessarily here.
Or throw a baby on you in the metro.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, bro, they throw babies on you.
I moved to LA in '99, and then I started getting into the fashion industry in 2004, 2005. And so I've been in this neighborhood for about 20 years. People don't know this, but downtown LA is filled with factories and making garments. I mean, mostly denim, right? Denim and knits, knit t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, and jeans. Like, I mean, Levi's were made here 100 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Always running around from here to the factory, and all of our suppliers, everyone's right here. Most of the factories are in South Central, so you're talking like 58th and Central. This is like our product lineup. Pretty much. These
are all made in the USA.
All made in the USA. All made in LA.
Yeah, nice.
Right?
And your brand is Aviator.
It's Aviator. This is actually, this story, this is one of our customers sent me this this Russian military hat. He got it. It's a weird story that someone tried to pickpocket him.
Yeah.
And he started a conversation with the pickpocketer, and the guy like gave him this hat as a gift. He got it in St. Petersburg. So
weird,
I
man.
held on to it. He sent
Crazy.
it to me.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. Like all these new buildings, like the new apartment buildings right here, those were never here when I first moved in this building.
Check it out, downtown LA. Those pools there are new. This is one of the best views. Well, a pretty good view we're gonna get here.
Yeah, and then you see this where this building where it says DTLA?
Yeah.
That's the Cecil Hotel.
Sure.
Which is pop culture has made it famous on Netflix. They did a show about that, a documentary about that, because it has a history of people who've been murdered in this hotel or gone missing in this hotel.
Yeah.
It's got quite the reputation. Actually, Richard Ramirez was the, what they call him, like the Midnight Strangler or something like that in LA. He would take the Greyhound to LA to Alameda Street, right down the street, and he was staying here at that hotel while he was on his killing spree. This was back in like the 90s. But then also right in front of it, so Elliot, if you see the low building by those trees,
underneath the blue
that's
sign there,
that one-story building, that's where U2 in 1987 closed the street down for MTV, and they recorded their music video for Where the Streets Have No Name. When you walk around those streets right now, it kind of feels like 1987 in downtown LA. Well, not that desirable, to be honest with you. And as I was telling you, like, there's a lot of businesses have been shut down, and there's police signs. You see them across the street and all that. And there's all these old suit places, these Italian suit places that are like mom and pop shops.
Sure.
They're kind of slowly going out of business, and they're getting replaced by like newer, modern, like expensive brand. But my landlord was telling me that this Japanese clothing brand, like really high-end luxury brand, is moving in here. I'm like, wow, really? They're gonna move in here?
The rent is a little cheaper here in your particular office.
It is cheaper, technically, yeah. Office space, for instance, in like, West LA, $6 a square foot or something per month. Whereas downtown, it's like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Right? There's a big difference. Look at the ground floor of this building.
It just looks vacant, empty.
There's nothing there. It's all boarded up. Nothing's been there. There used to be stores there.
Yeah. And so you've seen LA change a lot over the years. Hello. Hey, have you been in a YouTube video with Peter Santenello?
Yeah.
How are you, man? Nice to meet you.
Doing good.
OG veterano.
That's what they say, yeah.
Yeah, man. No way. He was on Peter Santenello's video, man. That's so cool.
You got a good eye, man.
Man, good for you. What are you up to today?
I'm just I'm gonna go pick up some clothes from my tailor.
Sure.
Are you going to Miguel?
Yeah, you know Miguel.
Of course
too,
I know Miguel.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah, Miguel. Everyone knows.
As you see on the video, I like my threads.
You dude.
I'm in my casual.
You are
just
fashion friendly.
I just came back from the gym. I'm working out.
All right.
Now. I'm 65, so I gotta keep myself in shape. I gotta keep myself lubricated. I want to look like this guy when
Yeah, look at this guy.
Look at this guy now, kidding.
You look pretty good.
Yeah, I try to keep myself in shape and just get my quality of life going.
Sure.
Spiritually, mentally, physically.
Yeah. How has your life changed since that video on YouTube, which has like 8 million views?
8 million. A movie director got a hold of me.
Sure.
He was doing a short film. Did a short film. And I like the story. I like the storyline. That's why I agreed to do it. I'm not an actor.
Yeah.
I'm too real to be an actor.
Yeah.
But I had fun doing it.
LA's crazy, man.
Welcome to LA.
Welcome to LA.
Just a lot of things. I can't go anywhere without being recognized as the veterano.
Do you like that, or?
It's good.
And so when you grew up in a small town, I'm from Ladysmith, Wisconsin, way up north, small town, 3,000. We don't comprehend this life in LA. We don't understand what it's like to have different areas and join groups. We just don't understand. We can't comprehend it. And people here in LA live a total different reality. And then you got the fact that first generation immigrants or immigrants directly from Mexico, from Central America, from South America, and they come to this world, this totally parallel world, right?
Right.
And they got to make it. Immigration stories are, for me, inspirational.
I think assimilation is really, really important.
Sure.
I believe my father's from Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas, which is more United States.
Sure.
But I'm really, really kind of confused, thrown off a little bit about the assimilation. People have to assimilate. You got to learn the language. You got to learn the rules, the laws, the customs, antics of LA, especially LA life.
Yeah.
And so I think it's real critical, and I don't see a lot of that being pushed. I don't want to make it sound like I'm anti-immigration, but
no.
I'm pro-assimilating.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of these Mexicanos or Latinos, I'm fluent in Spanish, but my first language is English.
Sure.
And I try to communicate with them. I try to encourage them to learn English, and a lot of them got it twisted. They don't want to learn English.
Yeah.
I understand there's a part of embarrassment because they don't feel like they speak proper English. I said, don't worry about it. You gotta. I mean, if I was in Japan, Spain, Germany, I would learn the language. One guy even told me this was Mexico before it was America. Why should I learn English? And that's, to me, that's a twisted way of looking at things. You can actually be better if you do speak both languages. You can progress. You can, you know, improve your life, get a better job.
Has downtown LA changed a lot over the years?
You know, I'm in a different place in my life today. I'm a born-again Christian. I'm in recovery, but I've been on the streets before. I ran these streets for about 4 years, from 2000 to 2004. Hooked on heroin, in a mix, and so coming back is I'm looking at it through a different lens.
Yeah. To some degree, you empathize with people who suffer from drug addiction. You know what they've been through, and what would your advice be for those people to get out of a situation like yourself? Like what was the turning point in your life?
I would recommend going into treatment, maybe even seeking psychological help.
Yeah.
See, there's plenty of. The one thing about LA, there's tons of resources.
Yeah.
You can go from housing to clothing to food to seeking some medical from the county. They offer psychiatric treatment. But my advice is just put your best foot forward. It's not easy making that transition out of addiction and living on the streets. There's a lot of deep-rooted issues.
Sure.
I dealt with them myself in the years, but I would just seek help and stick to it.
Ezekiel, it's been a pleasure. I can't believe I ran into him on the street here. Hey, I know you got things to do. Thank you very much, all right?
All right, thanks.
Take care, Ezekiel. Vale, hasta luego. Hasta luego.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. You guys, LA is a small town.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was a small
that
town.
guy is a legend. That guy is a legend. He was on a YouTube video about Chicanos and the Lowriders with Peter Santenello, probably the most famous travel YouTuber in the United States. And I was like, his story was amazing. And we just saw him on the street.
Yeah, like where's the houses at LA?
This is a new bike lane that the city of LA, I don't know what they spent on it, right? This is brand new. This was not here like 6 months ago. They closed the street down from here all the way through Skid Row, and they built this bike lane with the divider. Now you got people, just like homeless people, sleeping on it. But I always said, like, it didn't really make sense to me, like they'd build a bike lane, because it's a bike lane that goes through Skid Row. Who wants to ride their bike through Skid Row?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe that's a tourist attraction now.
It is now, I guess.
You too.
But you can see no one's using it as people are sleeping on it.
And so usually the crisis here is
pretty common.
Right.
Like when you see
Are they
people
smoking
doing-
crack or?
I don't know what they're smoking, but you'll see people shooting up, smoking something on the corners. And you can see, by the way, this building, this is new too. Again, like, people are building these new buildings, and like, look, they have plans to make this some swanky, like, retail space. But yet there's people still doing drugs on the corner, and it's just weird.
Minneapolis, for example, is bike friendly. It's pretty bike friendly.
It is.
Los Angeles, I've never seen traffic like here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny that
But we can't really go back. You can't like just say, hey, no more traffic. We have to do metro everywhere or bike lanes. It's like impossible.
So they're putting in all these bike lanes and really redoing the way the streets work in this city, but it's not really working yet, because there's less lanes for cars. Yet there's more and more cars every day. No one wants to ride their bikes through here. This sidewalk across the street, like, that used to just be all tents, but they kicked everybody out and they put these fences up to keep people out of it somehow. But you can see there's a few people walking up it now. But it's really strange how, I don't know where these people, I guess they just went to Skid Row, which is a block east. See this, Elliot? This used to be a really great market.
Okay.
Like, this place was a great market. I'd walk here to get some lunch sometimes, probably twice a week.
Like a deli, salads.
Yeah, exactly. Prepared foods and stuff like that in a restaurant. But it closed. These guys are cleaning it. You have to clean the windows here every day.
These guys are touching it up, and then it gets painted or vandalized.
Every day it gets vandalized.
How much money are people making down here that work at a Subway or some sandwich shop? Like, this minimum wage is pretty high down here, right?
It's high. I think it's like $20 an hour.
$20 an hour.
I think that it's about that in LA. Working at a Subway or any of these like convenience stores, a bodega, you have to be paid $20 an hour.
20 hours.
And that's also,
I think so.
that's also affected small businesses, because small businesses can't afford to pay their employees that much. San Francisco here, many places have closed down because of the minimum wage increases.
This used to be a really cool bunch of shops. There's an ice cream shop here, like pre-pandemic.
abandoned. Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, it was great.
Pre-pandemic, this is all shut down.
Nothing's ever.
Wow.
Yeah, like so.
So you as a business owner with an office downtown, how do you stay positive through all this? Like, I've noticed you're very optimistic. Like, what's going through your head about the future of LA, downtown, your business, etc., other small business owners?
Well, yeah, because I think that like California and LA in general still has a very strong entrepreneurial spirit.
Sure.
Right? There's so many young people in my building and the surrounding buildings starting brands, creating beautiful artwork, and putting in art installations, and even in downtown LA, like, as though we just saw like some of, you know, some things that are not that desirable, but then all of a sudden you turn the corner and you see like a beautiful art mural, or you see something that like lifts your spirits. You're like, wow, that's beautiful. So it's really, it's interesting. You really see both sides. Even like right now we're coming up to, like, this is a really cool restaurant right here that's hidden, but it's like a really cool restaurant. There's another cool one over here.
Is there such thing as like a no-go zone down here? Do you truly have to watch where you're going? Like, there's a place that we could not walk through right now without something sketchy happening, or
Well,
is it kind of just like mind your own business and you're fine?
I do think that for the most part you have to just mind your own business and you'll be fine, but you'll hear stories where that prove that theory wrong. You know, like if someone's minding their own business, but all of a sudden they got blind punched in the face by, like, you know, a homeless person, like that was rogue or on drugs or mental illness. Like, you just don't know. But for the most part, I walk around here pretty confidently and have never had an issue. But that said, I would also be mindful of the time. Like right now, it's the middle of the day. What is it, about noon?
Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock,
Yeah,
1
so
o'clock.
like it's fine. But like at 6 o'clock p.m., like you start noticing like different people on the street. Like it changes.
It becomes like
when I go home, I drive home, I come up this way.
Yeah.
And when I'm driving up this way, I'm stopping.
Berry Building was the first office building
In downtown LA, allegedly.
Amazing building. Do you know how old this building is?
130, 1893.
1893? Like Chicago in 1893 was probably how many people? Like 10,000 or?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a former Spanish missionary. Previously Mexico, and before that, New Spain. Although none of this here looks like colonial Spain, like other places in Los Angeles. This is amazing. So it's not all doom and gloom.
It's not. So
We
like,
have
Grand Central Market.
Oh, Grand Central Market.
Which is also 100 years old.
finally some beer. Dude, is it me or is there not a lot of like easy bars to go to in LA? Like in Wisconsin, where I'm from, bar culture is top of the notch. Dive bars.
Dive bars, yeah, we have them here, but you got to drive to them.
You got to drive to them, yeah. This is a really nice market.
It is, right? Mexican food, Jewish deli, sushi, pizza.
And how are the prices here the same as most places? Like, or
they can be reasonable. Empanadas, you know.
Well, happy hour beers for $5.
And then across the street you have Angel's Flight, which is the funicular in downtown LA.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It only goes up to the top of the hill. I think it's 100 yards.
Yeah. But that's a cute little funicular.
Yeah, right? As a New Yorker, I love the energy on the street, even when it's grimy. As a New Yorker, a lot of New Yorkers hate LA and vice versa. I actually think they complement each other perfectly. Because what's great about LA is not great in New York. And what's great about New York is not great in LA. So I always like going back and forth, to be honest with you.
You've sort of absorbed the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and I'm just optimistic. I'm looking at the best of both, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Second time in a Tesla.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like my fourth.
So you notice it's a very popular car out here.
Yeah,
super
Tesla is so
popular,
popular.
It's so popular. Well, gas is $6 a gallon. So.
Exactly, yeah.
So it was a good investment?
Yeah, for sure. This is the Arts District to our left, and right behind us was Little Tokyo. So there are a lot of beautiful murals here, and you'll notice there's a lot of Kobe Bryant murals. Since he passed away, there's one, there's got to be hundreds of them or thousands of them. They're everywhere.
They're even in Spain where I live, like in my little neighborhood.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. You can't go anywhere in the world without having a little slice of LA culture, honestly.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
So now this is part of Skid Row.
We're back in like Skid Row.
Just like that, the art district right there, really, really safe, felt really safe, really, really nice, and then boom, back in Skid Row.
And then you're right in, I mean, yeah, we're in Skid Row, and then that's the fashion district. Have you been through here?
Yeah, we drove through here yesterday, but At one point, like Skid Row was much more concentrated, right?
Yes, but now it's kind of like it's spread out. And what happens too, though, is like see this mess on the street, right?
Yeah.
People use all kinds of things, not just tents and pallets and stuff, but the city will come and like tape off this street from this light to the next light, and then they come in here with street sweepers and sanitation. They clean this whole area up, while the homeless people wait on the other side of the rope. And then once it's clean, they cut the rope, and then everyone comes right back in.
Okay.
So that's kind of like a little bit of a problem, because they come and they clean it. It's like having maid service at your house, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
So some commercial buildings now on the sidewalk, they put like huge boulders and stones. I can show you like where you're like, because they don't want people setting up tents outside their business.
Sure.
So now we're back on Los Angeles, and here's 8th Street. But like 8th Street was so decimated with like business, like there's no businesses on it really anymore on 8th and Main, that they actually, they're making a new Joker movie, Joker 2, with Joaquin Phoenix.
They're shooting Joker here.
Yeah, and they didn't even have to change the street, because look, it already looks like Joker.
It already, looks.
Imagine it at night.
Wow.
Imagine it at night. Like, see all these buildings? Look.
Yeah. Felice, closed down. That's crazy, man. In LA, you don't even have to make the movie sets. Ever have any friends you grew up with or here in LA, like, take a negative turn? They were wealthy or they had a good business or something, and then they went downhill because of drugs? Yeah,
when you live in LA, what's interesting about LA is because people come here for the movie industry, entertainment industry, or because you have a talent, like you're a musician, you're an actor, you're an artist, you come out here for entertainment, and when you don't make it because you got sidetracked from partying and from all the distractions, you end up leaving and going back home.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of people when I was younger, they moved here to become an actor or a musician, they didn't make it, and they quit and went back home.
I met a few people like that as well. So you're like one of the last men standing.
You can look at it that way. But I've also made a lot of pivots in my life.
So in South Central LA, check this out. You could Zillow some of these homes here, you were saying?
Yeah, and they're like $800,000.
This is 800,000. Wow.
You could live in South Central LA. Check it out, man. This aesthetic, like being from the Midwest, is just like mind-blowing. Of the barrios here.
How we're in the city still, but like, you know, there's homes.
There's families. They're out having picnics.
Totally.
Definitely, this is gang territory, no doubt about it. But like,
big time, especially 20 years ago, which we're going to be coming up to this school up here, where Mateo, who owns my factory, he went to these schools.
Okay.
When he was there, he goes, there'd be bullets flying right here, Jefferson High School.
Home of the Democrats.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
I was saving it for you. This is my factory. It's called Red and Blue.
So you have made a big impact on local employment.
Absolutely. Not just me, but a lot of the brands.
Wow. Wow.
Hola, Danny.
Buenas, Danny. ¿Qué tal? Bien? Me llamo Elliot. ¿Cómo estás? Bien? Ándale. Wow, man. I've never seen these. I've never seen something like this.
So it's pretty interesting. See, and you see how patriotic these guys are. I was
look
telling you.
Look at man, all these American flags, and the majority of them are Central Americans.
Yeah, they're all
all
Central Americans. The people that work here.
Okay.
Like all from Mexico, Guatemala. Make a lot of different brands at this factory.
Sure.
They make a lot of brands that you've heard of. And they make a lot of like premium brands. So this is one of the more premium factories in LA. They're making Amiri, which is a brand based in LA.
Yeah.
But these are probably $2,000 jeans.
$2,000.
$2,000? $2,000 jeans for rock stars. I'm getting a real look into this South Central Los Angeles culture. You know, Latin Americans run these manufacturing plants. Usually these clothes are produced in Latin America, or they were in El Salvador and Honduras, etc. But like, we're seeing homegrown talent produce it right here in the USA, promoting good entrepreneurship and products. I would imagine this is pretty sustainable and just a massive employer for wonderful immigrant families here in Los Angeles. How is South Central different from, for example, Compton to the south, or the neighborhoods to the east and the west?
That's a way different.
It's way different? Yeah. How so?
Well, I live here like for almost 20 years. Like I went to Prepa High School, and I see there's a way different because right here is really like ghetto, like.
It's ghetto?
Yeah.
But like, as long as you keep your head down, go to work, raise your family, nobody will mess with you.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're doing bad, like, obviously, like, you know, something's gonna happen.
You can get caught up.
Yeah.
So like me, if I was just walking around these neighborhoods here filming a video, and I step onto some block, not knowing anything better, could something happen to me if I'm alone filming? Maybe?
Yeah, they would think bad.
They think I would be the op?
Yeah, that you're doing something wrong.
Luis here runs the productions and makes sure this factory is running smoothly.
Sure.
So like I come down here, he's the first person I want to talk to because he knows the status of where my jeans are, for instance, compared to the other brands, when they're going to be finished, when they're going to be ready to go to laundry, and when they'll be ready to ship to me, to our office.
Wow.
He's the man here. See
that right here?
Yeah, like this is a green one and the camo jeans. These are going to get garment dyed navy blue, so he's using navy zippers. So this is the late crew now, the late shift, because we saw some people leaving.
Yeah, this is the second
half
shift.
the people left, and then these are people that came in a little bit later, and they'll work until like 5.
Incredible, you guys, incredible.
What gets me excited is that everybody's pumping up. What gets me, like, motivates me is when I see a lot of work.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm busy, they busy, everybody gets a benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Even the customer gets a benefit out of it. We have some employees that they've been with us more than 20 years. Most of them are like almost family.
This is the older brother. You came here at 17, right?
Yeah, 17, 18 years old.
And Mateo was 5.
Yeah.
And so you were here working. And basically Mateo had to raise himself, biking up and down these hoods. And you could have easily fell into gang life, right?
Yeah, easy.
Why do you think you didn't fall into gang life and this is what you're doing these days?
My brother was really tough on me.
Yeah?
He will tell me, like, you don't see me tied up.
Yeah.
You don't see me, you can't be like that.
Yeah.
So he was like more like a image or
a father figure, right?
Figure, yeah.
That's the way we grow up in Guatemala, like
Right.
an army. Like an army, yeah.
Military family.
I gotta meet your dad.
Most of my friends, like let's say 20 of my friends, none of them make it after high school.
They
Either
dropped out.
Jail, drop out. They were sent back to Mexico, or I don't know. I just have no idea where are they. So that was my route.
And so if you have a message for younger people who are maybe dabbling in gang life around here,
Get busy.
stay
Get
busy. Yeah.
Stay busy. That's the key. Stay busy. Once you don't have anything to do, then it becomes chaos.
And look at all the American flags they have here. Man, this is a massive production. I've never seen anything like this.
I came into this factory about 8 years ago after going from like factory to factory to factory, like spending like maybe doing one production at different factories, right? Where I was learning and making mistakes. And they're expensive to make mistakes in this business, right? But just like in life, you make mistakes and you learn from them. And then I met him though, Mateo and his brothers, at the perfect time.
Daniel and Mateo, the owners of this place, they seem to be patriotic. And the older one fled a civil war in Guatemala, right? They fled a civil war. They came here in the late 80s, early 90s when gang violence was rampant. And in spite of all of that, you have tens of thousands of people just like these guys that started businesses that got a better future here in LA. Like that's just a testament to these people's character. And it's really cool to see where all these products are made right from the beginning. All right, guys, we made it to a different scene, and that was quite a day. Thanks to Colby for showing us the good, the bad, the ugly about downtown. There was a lot of misconceptions that I had. I thought Skid Row was probably the worst place you could find in LA, but I was wrong. After filming with Colby, we decided to check out MacArthur Park to investigate for one of my future videos, and that is honestly the craziest place I've ever seen in my life. If there is a hell on earth, MacArthur Park is it. And then the metro ride from MacArthur Park, and also the first metro ride in the day where I went through Compton, Man, that was also an adventure because I talked to people and I saw how people actually have to live and commute to work here. Unfortunately, public transport isn't a thing that everyone uses here in the United States, and especially LA. It's probably the worst public transport system for a big city that exists in the world. But we learned a lot. I mean, we saw really inside the fashion industry a little bit, who's making the clothes. We saw that immigrants have achieved the American dream and that people there are happy, they have work. All of them were hard workers. That really opened my mind. Products made right here in the USA. So shout out to Colby from Aviator USA for hooking us up with the shorts and giving us that little insight. We really learned a lot and I'm very grateful. Any last thoughts, Emeka?
Yeah, I'm very grateful too for everything. Kobe gave us an amazing experience today. Probably one I'll never, not even probably, I won't ever forget that. Just the whole experience of his whole operation, getting his very awesome shorts from Aviator, and him bringing us around, showing us like the real downtown.
The real downtown and the real South Central, where the locals are working. So you guys, from here, I'm going on an adventure back to Central America, where this whole journey started, where I learned Spanish, and then to South America. And if everything lines up, we'll be back here in LA because this city is content gold. So saying bye from beautiful Santa Monica. What a place. LA is crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody.